Hello and welcome to English Gateway. Have you ever met someone who instantly earns respect wherever they go? They are not always the richest, the smartest, or the most attractive person in the room. Yet people naturally enjoy talking to them, trust their opinions, and remember them long after the conversation ends. What makes them different? The answer is simple. They have a strong personality. Your personality is much more than your appearance, your clothes, or the way you style your hair. Your true personality is reflected in your thoughts, your words, your actions, your habits, and the way you make other people feel. Every decision you make, every conversation you have, and every challenge you face shapes the person you become. Many people believe that personality is something you are born with. They think that if they are naturally shy, quiet, or nervous, they can never become confident. But this belief is completely wrong. A powerful personality is not a gift. It is a skill that can be developed with patience, discipline, and consistent practice. The best part is that you do not need to change who you are. You simply need to become the best version of yourself. Small improvements made every day create big results over time. A positive attitude, respectful communication, emotional control, confidence, and good habits can completely transform your personality. This lesson is also designed to improve your English. As you listen carefully, you will learn useful vocabulary, natural sentence structures, and everyday expressions that you can use in real conversations. Listening to English regularly is one of the fastest ways to improve your speaking skills. If you enjoy simple, practical, and motivational English lessons that help you improve both your language and your life, subscribe to English Gateway and continue learning with us every day. Now, let's begin with the first step. Step 1. Build a positive mindset. Every strong personality begins inside the mind. Before people notice your words or your actions, your thoughts are already shaping your behavior. The way you think influences the way you speak. It affects your confidence, your decisions, your emotions, and the way you respond to different situations. If you wake up every morning expecting problems, your energy becomes weak before the day even starts. Negative thinking fills your mind with fear, doubt, and frustration. As a result, you may become impatient with others. You may lose motivation quickly. You may avoid opportunities simply because you believe you will fail. On the other hand, a positive mindset creates a completely different attitude. It gives you hope even during difficult moments. It allows you to stay calm under pressure and keeps you moving forward when life becomes challenging. Having a positive mindset does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. Everyone faces difficulties. Everyone experiences failure, disappointment, and stress. A positive mindset simply means choosing a better response instead of allowing negative thoughts to control your life. Whenever you face a challenge, replace negative self-talk with encouraging words. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I will keep practicing until I improve." Instead of saying, "I always fail," remind yourself, "Every mistake teaches me something valuable." Instead of saying, "Nothing good will happen today," say, "Today is another opportunity to become better." The words you repeat every day slowly become your beliefs. Those beliefs influence your actions, and your actions eventually shape your personality. That is why successful people pay close attention to the way they speak to themselves. Every morning, spend a few moments giving yourself positive instructions. Say, "I am becoming more confident. I learn something new every day. I respect myself and I respect others. I am improving my English with every lesson. I will never stop growing." These simple affirmations may sound small, but when you repeat them consistently, they begin to change your thinking. And once your thinking changes, your personality starts changing too. Remember, confidence does not begin when other people believe in you. Confidence begins when you start believing in yourself. People with powerful personalities are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear control their decisions. They may feel nervous before speaking. They may face rejection. They may make mistakes. But instead of giving up, they learn, improve, and keep moving forward. That is the real secret behind every strong personality. A powerful personality is built one positive thought, one positive action, and one positive decision at a time. So starting today, protect your mindset. Feed your mind with useful knowledge. Stay away from unnecessary negativity. Spend more time learning than complaining. Replace excuses with action. Replace fear with effort. Replace doubt with practice. Because when your mindset becomes stronger, your confidence becomes stronger. When your confidence becomes stronger, your communication becomes better. And when your communication becomes better, your personality naturally becomes more attractive and respected. Step 2. Speak clearly and respectfully. One of the fastest ways people judge your personality is by listening to the way you speak. Before they know your education, your experience, or your achievements, they notice your words, your tone of voice, and the respect you show during a conversation. Many people believe that having a strong personality means speaking loudly or dominating every discussion. But that is not true. Real confidence is not measured by the volume of your voice. It is measured by the quality of your communication. A person with a powerful personality knows that words can either build relationships or destroy them. They understand that every sentence they speak leaves an impression. That is why they choose their words carefully. Think about the people you enjoy talking to. Most of them are not the loudest people in the room. They listen carefully, speak calmly, and make others feel comfortable. They never try to prove that they are better than everyone else. Instead, they communicate with patience and respect. This is exactly the kind of personality you should develop. If you want people to trust you, begin by speaking clearly. Do not rush your words. Slow down your speech and pronounce each sentence naturally. Speaking slowly does not make you look weak. In fact, it makes you appear more confident because it shows that you are comfortable with yourself. When you speak too quickly, people may struggle to understand you. They may also feel that you are nervous or unsure. But when you slow down, you sound more relaxed, thoughtful, and confident. Another important habit is learning to think before you speak. Many arguments begin because people react emotionally without considering the impact of their words. Once hurtful words leave your mouth, you cannot take them back. Before speaking, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Is it true? Is it respectful? Is it helpful? If the answer is yes, then speak with confidence. If not, it is often better to remain silent. Remember, silence is sometimes stronger than unnecessary words. People with mature personalities do not interrupt others again and again. They allow people to finish speaking before expressing their own opinions. This simple habit shows patience, emotional intelligence, and respect. Another important rule is to avoid rude language. Some people think that speaking aggressively makes them look powerful. In reality, it creates the opposite effect. People may become afraid of them, but they rarely respect them. Respect cannot be forced. It is earned through kindness, honesty, and self-control. A confident person never needs to insult someone else to feel important. Instead, they explain their ideas politely, even when they disagree. For example, instead of saying, "You are completely wrong," you can say, "I understand your opinion, but I see it a little differently." Instead of saying, "That idea is stupid," you can say, "Perhaps we could consider another solution." These small changes make a huge difference. People are much more willing to listen when they feel respected. This lesson is especially important if you are learning English. Many English learners stay silent because they are afraid of making mistakes. They worry that people will laugh at their pronunciation or grammar. But remember this, nobody becomes fluent without making mistakes. Every confident English speaker was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker once struggled to find the right words. The difference is that they kept practicing instead of giving up. So never wait until your English becomes perfect. Start. Speaking today, use short and simple sentences. For example, good morning. How are you today? I am learning English every day. Could you please repeat that? Thank you for your help. I appreciate your opinion. Let me explain my idea. I am still improving, but I am enjoying the journey. Practice these sentences aloud every day. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. The more comfortable you become, the more confident you sound. And the more confident you sound, the stronger your personality becomes. Your voice is one of your greatest tools. Use it to encourage people instead of discouraging them. Use it to solve problems instead of creating them. Use it to spread respect instead of anger. Remember that people may forget many things about you. They may forget what you wore. They may forget where they met you, but they will always remember how your words made them feel. Make your words a source of confidence, kindness, and inspiration. When people leave a conversation with you feeling respected and understood, they naturally begin to admire your personality. That is real communication, and that is the foundation of a truly powerful personality. Step 3. Improve your body language. Have you ever noticed that some people attract attention the moment they walk into a room? They do not need to speak loudly or try to impress anyone. Their presence alone communicates confidence, calmness, and self-respect. This is the power of positive body language. Your personality is not expressed only through your words. In fact, long before you begin speaking, your body is already sending a message. The way you stand, the way you walk, your facial expressions, your posture, your eye contact, and even your handshake all tell people something about you. That is why body language plays such an important role in building a powerful personality. Imagine meeting two different people. The first person enters the room with their shoulders bent forward. They avoid eye contact. They keep looking at the floor. Their movements seem uncertain and they speak very softly. Now imagine another person entering the same room. They stand straight, smile naturally, make respectful eye contact and greet everyone with confidence. They are not arrogant. They are simply comfortable with themselves. Which person would leave a stronger first impression? Most people would naturally choose the second one. This shows that confidence is often communicated without saying a single word. One of the easiest ways to improve your body language is by improving your posture. Stand straight, keep your shoulders relaxed, lift your head naturally. Avoid slouching because poor posture can make you appear tired, uncertain, or lacking confidence. Good posture not only changes the way others see you, it also changes the way you feel about yourself. Researchers have found that your posture influences your emotions. When you stand confidently, your brain begins to associate that position with strength and self-belief. Another important habit is maintaining healthy eye contact. Many people avoid looking into someone's eyes because they feel nervous. However, constantly looking away can make you appear unsure of yourself. This does not mean staring at people continuously. Instead, maintain natural and comfortable eye contact while listening and speaking. It shows honesty, attention, and confidence. People feel respected when they know you are fully present in the conversation. Your smile is another powerful part of your personality. A genuine smile makes you look approachable, friendly, and trustworthy. It creates warmth in every conversation. You do not need to smile every second. But learning to smile naturally can completely change the way people respond to you. A smile often opens doors that arguments never can. Walking confidently is another habit worth developing. Walk at a comfortable pace. Do not rush without reason. Do not drag your feet. Move with purpose. As if you know where you are going. Your walk reflects your mindset, a calm and confident. Walk sends a message that you believe in yourself. Your hand movements also matter. Some people become so nervous that they hide their hands or keep moving them uncontrollably. Instead, use simple and natural gestures while speaking. Your movements should support your message, not distract from it. Remember, confidence does not mean acting like the most important person in the room. There is a huge difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance says, I am better than everyone else. Confidence says, I know my value and I respect the value of others too. People admire confident individuals because they make others feel comfortable, not inferior. Another important point is respecting personal space. Stand at a comfortable distance during conversations. Do not invade someone's personal space. Good body language always respects the comfort of others. Now let's talk about one habit that quietly weakens many personalities. Looking at your phone while someone is talking. When you constantly check your phone during a conversation, you send a message that the other person is not important. Instead, keep your attention on the person speaking. Listen with your eyes as well as your ears. This simple habit immediately makes you appear more respectful and mature. If you are learning English, body language can also improve your speaking confidence, even if your vocabulary is still growing. Standing confidently, smiling naturally, and making eye contact can make your communication much more effective. People often respond more to your confidence than to your grammar, so never underestimate the power of your presence. Here are a few simple habits you can practice every day. Stand tall whenever you enter a room. Walk with calm confidence. Smile sincerely when greeting people. Maintain respectful eye contact. Sit with good posture. Avoid crossing your arms all the time, as it may make you appear closed or defensive. Keep your movements relaxed and natural. Practice these habits every day until they become automatic. Remember, your body is always communicating, even when you are silent. Make sure it communicates. Confidence instead of fear. Make sure it communicates. Respect instead of arrogance. Make sure it communicates calmness instead of anxiety. As your body language improves, something amazing begins to happen. People respond to you differently. They listen more carefully. They trust you more easily. They remember you more positively. Most importantly, you begin to believe in yourself more than ever before, because confidence grows from repeated action. Every time you stand a little straighter, every time you make eye contact, every time you smile instead of hiding, you are teaching your mind to become stronger. And step by step, those small changes build a personality that people naturally admire and respect. Step 4. Become a better listener. Many people believe that having a powerful personality means speaking confidently. While that is certainly important, there is another skill that is often overlooked: listening. In fact, some of the most respected people in the world are not those who speak the most. They are the ones who know how to listen with patience, attention, and genuine interest. Think about the people you enjoy talking to. Chances are they make you feel heard. They do not interrupt you every few seconds. They do not rush to give advice before understanding your situation. Instead, they give you their full attention. That is the mark of a mature and confident personality. Listening is not simply hearing words. It is understanding emotions, ideas, and feelings behind those words. Anyone can hear, but not everyone truly listens. People naturally feel closer to those who make them feel important. When someone realizes that you are genuinely paying attention, they begin to trust you. Trust is one of the strongest foundations of every meaningful relationship. Unfortunately, many people are busy thinking about what they will say next instead of focusing on what the other person is saying. While someone is speaking, their mind is already preparing an answer. As a result, they miss important details. They misunderstand people, and they often respond in ways that create confusion. If you want to develop a stronger personality, learn to listen before you speak. Give people the chance to finish their thoughts. Avoid interrupting them unless it is absolutely necessary. Sometimes, allowing a few extra seconds of silence helps the speaker express themselves more clearly. This simple habit shows respect and emotional maturity. Another important habit is maintaining eye contact while listening. Do not keep checking your phone. Do not keep looking around the room. Your attention should stay with the person speaking. Your body language should communicate one message: I value what you are saying. People immediately notice this kind of respect. Listening also helps you become wiser. Every person you meet has different experiences, different ideas, and different lessons to share. When you truly listen, you continue learning throughout your life. You begin to understand different perspectives instead of judging people too quickly. This broadens your thinking and makes your conversations much more meaningful. Strong personalities are curious. They ask thoughtful questions instead of trying to impress everyone with their knowledge. They enjoy learning from others. Simple questions like, what do you think about this? Can you tell me more? How did you solve that problem? Show genuine interest in the conversation. People appreciate those who are interested in them. Listening also prevents unnecessary conflicts. Many arguments happen because people react before fully understanding each other. Sometimes a disagreement disappears completely once both sides feel heard. You do not always have to agree with someone, but you should always try to understand them. First, understanding comes before judgment. This is one of the qualities of emotionally intelligent people. For English learners, listening has another powerful benefit. The more you listen to natural English, the faster your language improves. You begin to recognize correct pronunciation. You learn useful expressions. You notice sentence patterns. And slowly, speaking becomes much easier. That is why listening practice is one of the best ways to become fluent in English. Spend a little time every day listening to English conversations, podcasts, audiobooks, or educational videos. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. Focus on understanding the overall meaning. Little by little, your listening skills will become stronger, and so will your speaking. Remember this important truth. Good speakers are almost always good listeners first, because they understand people before trying to influence them. There is another habit that can make you an unforgettable listener. Listen without trying to solve every problem immediately. Sometimes people are not asking for advice. Sometimes they simply need someone to understand them. Instead of quickly saying, you should do this, try saying, I understand how you feel. That sounds difficult. Thank you for sharing that with me. These simple responses make people feel respected. And when people feel respected, they naturally respect you in return. Your personality is not measured by how much you talk. It is measured by how people feel after spending time with you. If people leave your conversations feeling heard, appreciated, and understood, your personality becomes memorable. So beginning today, practice listening with your full attention. Put away distractions. Look at the speaker. Be patient. Avoid interrupting. Ask meaningful questions and respond with kindness. These small habits may seem simple, but together they create a personality that people trust, admire, and enjoy being around. Because sometimes the most powerful words you can offer are no words at all, just your full attention. Step 5. Control your emotions. One of the biggest signs of a powerful personality is not physical strength, intelligence, or wealth. It is emotional control. Anyone can stay calm when life is going well. It is easy to smile when everything is happening according to your plans. But your real personality is revealed when you face disappointment, criticism, failure, or stress. How do you react when someone disagrees with you? What do you do when things do not go your way? How do you behave when you are angry or frustrated? The answers to these questions reveal far more about your personality than your appearance ever could. Many people allow their emotions to control their actions. They become angry over small problems. They speak without thinking. They blame others for their mistakes. Later, they regret their words, but the damage has already been done. A person with a strong personality behaves differently. They understand that emotions are natural, but they also understand that emotions should never become the leader of their decisions. Feeling angry is normal. Feeling disappointed is normal. Feeling nervous before an important moment is completely normal. The difference is that emotionally mature people choose their response instead of reacting immediately. That is what emotional intelligence is all about. It is not about hiding your feelings. It is about managing your feelings wisely. Imagine someone criticizes your work. Your first reaction might be to become defensive or angry. But before speaking, take a short pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, will my next words improve this situation or make it worse? This simple question can prevent countless arguments and misunderstandings. Strong personalities understand that every reaction has consequences. That is why they think before they speak. Another important habit is learning to separate temporary emotions from permanent decisions. Never make important decisions while you are extremely angry, upset, or emotional. Strong emotions often cloud clear thinking. Instead, give yourself time to calm down. Once your mind becomes peaceful, you will usually make much better decisions. Remember this: a calm mind sees solutions. An angry mind sees only problems. People naturally respect those who remain calm during difficult situations. Calmness is often mistaken for weakness. In reality, it is one of the greatest forms of strength. Anyone can lose control. But controlling yourself requires discipline. Think about the leaders you admire. Whether they are business leaders, teachers, athletes, or successful entrepreneurs, one quality they often share is emotional stability. They do not panic every time something goes wrong. Instead, they stay focused on finding solutions. You can develop this quality too. Whenever you feel strong emotions, practice slowing yourself down. Count slowly from 1 to 10. Take several deep breaths. Drink a glass of water. Walk away for a few minutes if necessary. These simple habits give your brain enough time to think clearly before reacting. Another important lesson is learning not to take everything personally. Not every negative comment deserves your attention. Not every criticism deserves your anger. Sometimes people speak based on their own stress, pain, or misunderstanding. You do not have to carry every negative opinion with you. A confident person knows their value. They listen to useful feedback. They ignore unnecessary negativity. This balance protects both their peace of mind and their personality. Forgiveness is another sign of emotional strength. Forgiving someone does not mean forgetting what happened. It does not mean allowing people to continue hurting you. It simply means choosing not to carry anger forever. Holding on to resentment only creates stress inside your own heart. Forgiveness allows you to move forward with peace. At the same time, emotional control also means setting healthy boundaries. Being calm does not mean allowing people to disrespect you. You can be polite while saying no. You can remain respectful while protecting your time, your energy, and your self-respect. Strong personalities know when to help others. They also know when to step away from unhealthy situations. This balance makes them emotionally strong. For English learners, emotional control also builds speaking confidence. Many students become embarrassed after making a mistake. Some stop speaking completely because they fear being judged. But mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of becoming frustrated, say to yourself, "Every mistake is helping me improve." That simple mindset keeps you moving forward. Every fluent English speaker has made thousands of mistakes during their learning journey. The successful ones simply refuse to quit. So whenever you feel nervous, breathe deeply. Whenever you feel discouraged, remember why you started. Whenever you fail, treat it as a lesson instead of a defeat. Because growth always comes through practice. Here are a few daily habits that can strengthen your emotional control. Pause before reacting. Take deep breaths during stressful moments. Listen before responding. Accept constructive criticism with an open mind. Forgive without losing your self-respect. Protect your peace by avoiding unnecessary arguments. Focus on solutions instead of blaming others. Practice gratitude every day. These habits may appear simple, but together they create emotional strength that people naturally admire. Over time, you will notice something remarkable. Small problems will no longer control your mood. Negative comments will no longer destroy your confidence. Difficult situations will no longer make you panic. Instead, you will face life with patience, wisdom, and inner strength. And that is one of the clearest signs of a truly powerful personality. Step 6. Learn something new every day. A strong personality is not built only through confidence or good communication. It is also built through continuous learning. The more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more valuable you become, not only to yourself, but also to the people around you. One of the biggest differences between successful people and average people is their attitude toward learning. Successful people never believe they know everything. Instead, they remain curious. They ask questions. They read books. They watch educational videos. They listen to experienced people. And every single day, they look for an opportunity to improve. This mindset keeps them growing throughout their lives. On the other hand, people who stop learning often stop growing. They become comfortable with old habits. They resist new ideas. They fear change. And slowly, their confidence begins to disappear because they no longer believe they can improve. Remember this simple truth. Your personality grows when your knowledge grows. Every new skill you learn increases your confidence. Every useful book you read expands your thinking. Every meaningful conversation teaches you something valuable. Knowledge gives you the confidence to speak with purpose. It helps you make better decisions. It allows you to understand people more deeply, and it prepares you to face life's challenges with wisdom instead of fear. You do not need to study for 10 hours every day to become a lifelong learner. Small daily improvements are far more powerful than occasional big efforts. Imagine improving just 1% every day. That may not seem like much, but after weeks, months, and years, those small improvements create an extraordinary difference. Start with simple habits. Read a few pages of a good book. Learn one new English word every day. Watch an educational video instead of spending hours scrolling through social media. Listen to a podcast while traveling. Practice one useful skill before going to bed. These small habits require only a little time, but they create lifelong results. One of the best investments you can ever make is investing in yourself. Money can be lost. Opportunities may come and go, but the knowledge and skills you develop stay with you forever. That is why personal growth is one of the greatest forms of success. Learning also improves your conversations. When you regularly gain new knowledge, you always have something meaningful to discuss. You become more interesting. People enjoy talking to you because your ideas add value. Instead of complaining about problems, you begin discussing solutions. Instead of spreading negativity, you begin sharing useful information. That is the mark of a growing personality. Curiosity is another powerful habit. Never be afraid to ask questions. Some people avoid asking questions because they worry about looking inexperienced. But confident people understand something important. The person who asks questions today becomes the expert tomorrow. Every successful professional was once a beginner. Every skilled speaker once struggled with communication. Every knowledgeable person once knew very little. They improved because they stayed curious. If you are learning English, make learning part of your daily routine. Do not study only when you feel motivated. Study because it has become your habit. Read short English articles. Listen to English conversations. Write a few sentences every day. Practice speaking even if you make mistakes. Every lesson brings you one step closer to fluency, and every step increases your confidence. Do not compare your progress with someone else's. Some people learn quickly. Others need more time. Both journeys are completely normal. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Ask yourself every evening, what did I learn today? If you can answer that question, every day you are already becoming a stronger person. Learning also teaches humility. The more knowledgeable you become, the more you realize there is still so much to discover. This keeps you respectful, open-minded, and willing to improve. These are qualities that make a personality truly attractive. Another important lesson is to choose your sources of information wisely. Not everything you watch or read adds value to your life. Protect your mind by filling it with useful knowledge. Spend more time learning than gossiping. Spend more time improving than complaining. Spend more time creating than comparing yourself to others. Your daily habits shape your future. If you feed your mind with positive ideas, your thinking becomes stronger. If your thinking becomes stronger, your decisions become wiser. And wise decisions build a successful life. Remember this powerful sentence: the person you become tomorrow depends on what you learn today. Never stop growing. Never stop asking questions. Never stop improving yourself, because a person who continues learning never becomes outdated. They continue becoming more confident, more capable, more respected, and more valuable with every passing year. Your education does not end when school ends. Real education continues for a lifetime. So, make learning your daily habit. Feed your mind with knowledge. Challenge yourself to improve. Celebrate every small victory. And always remember that every page you read, every lesson you complete, and every skill you develop is shaping a stronger and more powerful personality. Step 7. Build confidence through small daily actions. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. It influences the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you make decisions, and even the way people respond to you. A confident person often inspires trust, earns respect, and creates a positive impression wherever they go. But here is something many people misunderstand. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is not a special gift given only to a few lucky people. Confidence is built through action. Many people spend years waiting to feel confident. Before they take the first step, they say, "When I become confident, I will speak English. When I feel ready, I will apply for that job. When I stop feeling nervous, I will share my ideas." Unfortunately, that day rarely comes. The truth is exactly the opposite. You do not become confident first and then take action. You take action first, and confidence follows. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are today. They were beginners. They made mistakes. They doubted themselves. They felt nervous, but they kept moving forward. Every small action they took became proof that they were capable of growing. That is how confidence is created. Think of confidence like building a house. You do not build the entire house in one day. You place one brick at a time. Each brick may seem small, but together they create something strong and lasting. Confidence works in exactly the same way. Every small success becomes another brick. Every challenge you face becomes another lesson. Every time you refuse to quit, your confidence becomes stronger. That is why small daily actions are so important. Never underestimate the power of doing one small thing every day. For example, speak one sentence in English, read one page of a good book, ask one thoughtful question, start one meaningful conversation, wake up 10 minutes earlier, complete one unfinished task, keep one promise you made to yourself. These actions may seem simple, but they slowly change the way you see yourself. Every completed action sends a powerful message to your mind. I can do difficult things. I am improving. I'm becoming stronger every day. Over time, these messages become your identity. Instead of thinking, "I am not confident," you begin thinking, "I am someone who takes action." That single change in mindset can transform your entire personality. Another important lesson is learning to become comfortable with discomfort. Growth always feels uncomfortable in the beginning. The first time you speak English, you may feel shy. The first time you give a presentation, your hands may shake. The first time you meet new people, you may feel nervous. That is completely normal. Confidence does not mean you never feel fear. Confidence means you continue moving forward, even when fear is present. Courage always comes before confidence. Every confident speaker was once afraid of speaking. Every successful entrepreneur once feared failure. Every respected leader once questioned themselves. The difference is simple. They refused to let fear make their decisions. Instead, they allowed action to shape their future. If you want to build confidence, stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The best time to begin is today. Take one small step. Tomorrow, take another. Next week, take another. Small steps taken consistently are far more powerful than big plans that are never started. Another habit that builds confidence is celebrating progress instead of chasing perfection. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results. They focus only on how far they still have to go. Instead, notice how far you have already come. Did you speak more English today than last month? Did you become a little calmer during difficult conversations? Did you complete a goal that once seemed impossible? Celebrate those victories. Every improvement deserves recognition. Progress creates motivation. Motivation encourages more action, and more action creates even greater confidence. This positive cycle continues throughout your life. It is also important to stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison steals confidence. Someone else's success does not reduce your potential. Everyone begins from a different starting point. Everyone learns at a different speed. Your journey belongs only to you. Instead of asking, "Why am I not like them?" ask, "How can I become better than I was yesterday?" That question keeps your attention where it belongs, on your own growth. For English learners, confidence comes through daily practice. Do not wait until your grammar becomes perfect. Speak anyway. Do not wait until your pronunciation sounds perfect. Practice anyway. Do not let fear of mistakes silence your voice. Every mistake is one step closer to fluency. Remember this powerful truth. Action creates experience. Experience creates confidence. Confidence creates opportunity, and opportunity changes lives. So beginning today, promise yourself one thing. No matter how small the step may be, you will keep moving forward. Speak one more sentence. Learn one more word. Help one more person. Read one more page. Practice one more time, because one small action repeated every day can completely transform your future. Months from now, you will look back and realize that the confident person you dreamed of becoming was built through hundreds of small decisions that nobody else noticed. That is the real secret behind lasting confidence. It is not magic. It is not luck. It is daily action. And when daily action becomes your habit, confidence becomes part of your personality. Step 8. Treat people with kindness and respect. A confident personality may attract attention, but a kind personality earns respect. Many people spend years trying to become more confident. They improve their communication skills, learn new habits, and work hard to achieve success. These things are important. However, without kindness and respect, confidence can easily turn into arrogance. The strongest personalities are never built on pride. They are built on character. Character is revealed in the small moments of everyday life. It is revealed by how you speak to someone who cannot help you. It is revealed by how you treat waiters, cleaners, drivers, co-workers, classmates, family members, and complete strangers. Anyone can be polite to important people. Anyone can smile when they expect something in return. But your real personality appears when there is nothing to gain. That is where true character begins. Kindness is often misunderstood. Some people believe that being kind means being weak. Others think kindness allows people to take advantage of you. But real kindness is not weakness. It is strength under control. It takes strength to remain respectful when someone is rude. It takes maturity to stay calm when others lose their temper. It takes confidence to forgive without becoming bitter. These are the qualities of emotionally strong people. Respect should also become a daily habit. Respect people's time. Respect their opinions. Even when you disagree, respect their personal boundaries. Respect their dreams. Respect their efforts. You do not have to agree with everyone, but you can always choose to communicate with dignity. One of the greatest mistakes people make is judging others too quickly. You never truly know what another person is going through. The person smiling in front of you may be carrying silent pain. The quiet student may be fighting self-doubt every single day. The coworker who seems distracted may be dealing with problems at home. The stranger who appears impatient may be facing challenges you cannot see. This is why kindness matters. Sometimes your encouraging words become the reason someone refuses to give up. A simple compliment can restore someone's confidence. A sincere smile can brighten a difficult day. A few kind sentences can stay in someone's heart for years. Never underestimate the power of your words. The greatest personalities do not make others feel small. They lift people up. They celebrate the success of others. They encourage those who are struggling. They inspire confidence instead of spreading fear. They create hope instead of negativity. That is true influence. Remember, people rarely remember every conversation. They may forget your achievements, They may forget what you were wearing. They may even forget the advice you gave them. But they will never forget how you made them feel. If people consistently feel respected, appreciated, and understood in your presence, they will always remember you. That is the kind of personality that leaves a lasting legacy. Kindness, however, does not mean saying yes to everything. Healthy boundaries are also part of self-respect. You can politely refuse something that goes against your values. You can walk away from toxic relationships without becoming disrespectful. You can protect your peace while still treating others with dignity. Strong personalities balance kindness with wisdom. For English learners, kindness also improves communication. When you speak politely, when you patiently listen, when you encourage others who are also learning, you create an environment where everyone feels comfortable improving together. That is the spirit of real education. As you continue building your personality, remember this important truth. People are not impressed by perfection. They are inspired by authenticity. Be genuine. Be respectful. Be humble enough to learn. Be confident enough to grow. And be kind enough to make someone else's journey a little easier. Because the world already has enough criticism. It already has enough anger. It already has enough negativity. What the world needs is more people who bring hope. More people who inspire courage. More people who choose respect even when it is difficult. And that person can be you. Final message. Before we end this lesson, I want you to remember one thing. You do not need to become someone else to build a powerful personality. You do not need expensive clothes. You do not need perfect English. You do not need millions of followers. And you do not need everyone's approval. You simply need the courage to become a little better than you were yesterday. One better decision, one better habit, one better conversation, one better attitude. That is how extraordinary people are created. Months from now, the person you see in the mirror can be more confident, more disciplined, more respected, more successful. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you refused to stop growing. Never let your past define your future. Never let your fears become your limits. Never let one failure convince you to quit. Every sunrise gives you another chance, another lesson, another opportunity to improve your life. Believe in your potential. Respect yourself. Respect others. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep showing up. Because one day, people will not admire you because you were lucky. They will admire you because you stayed consistent when others gave up. And that is the true meaning of a powerful personality. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with English Gateway. If this lesson inspired you and helped improve both your English and your mindset, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to English Gateway, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming lessons. Share this video with someone who needs a little confidence today. And remember, every single day is another chance to become the best version of yourself. Until our next lesson, keep learning, keep growing, keep believing. See you in the next video.